Hey everybody, it's time for some recovery yoga. It's Monday. Of course, you can do this video anytime, but today's focus will be on non-hand weight bearing practice. So follow along with me. We're going to do a lot of longer holds today. Some nice recovery features. So we're going to start out on our mat. So that just means that we're not going to be doing any planking or chaturangas or down dogs today. So all standing and laying work. So no pressure on the arms today. Okay, we're going to start on the ground, on our backs, and just warm it up. All right, bring both of those knees in. Whew. Kind of roll around, massage your lower back. You always need some gentle movements for restorative yoga, especially on Mondays after a long weekend. I'm just going to spend a little minute here. Don't forget to start your watches. There we go. Okay. And we're just warming up the lower back. A few seconds here. Whew. Now let's just take the right leg up and stretch that hamstring. Straight up as you can. Whew. And down. Let's do the left leg as straight as you can. You can see my left leg has an issue going straight. Always something to work on. And back in. Roll around. And we're going to lift that right leg back up and down to the floor. Nice, gentle stretch. Point that toe, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and up. 3 pulses at the top, and back down. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, back up. 3 pulses, or 5. Let's do 5. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and back in. Left leg out, up, pulsing, and down to the ground. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Ooh, my ankle just popped. Point, flex, back up, 5 pulses, and back down. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, back up one more time. 5 pulses. Feel that in the hamstring. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and back up. Roll it around. Woo, and back up. Next, you're going to want to lay on your back, and we're taking our knees to the side. Nice gentle twist on the floor. Arms extended to the opposite side. Your right arm out. Your knees are to the left. Your arm is out to the right. You can even take your left hand and hold the top of that right leg. Just a nice gentle stretch, gentle twist. Legs to the left. And just breathe into it. About 10 breaths here. Stretch that arm out a little farther. Once you get into the pose, and go a little farther. And gently bring those knees back to center and roll it out. Legs to the opposite side. So knees to the right, Left arm extends, right arm holding the top of the left leg. Gazing to the left. Just relax. 10 breaths here. Stretch deeper. And gently return those knees to the center. Roll that back out, even things back out. Let's do our leg raise sequence one more time. Right leg up, 5 pulses. See if you can go a little farther this time. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Back up, 5 pulses. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. One more time. 5 pulses. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Knee in. Other side. Left leg up, 5 pulses. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. 5 pulses. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pulses. Down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Knee in. Woo! My hamstrings definitely need all that attention after this weekend of running and biking. Woo! And let's come to a seated position. We're going to mix it up a little bit here. Take a gentle twist to the right before we go to our standing positions. Just get our equilibrium back. Let the blood settle in the head. You don't want to get dizzy when you're doing yoga. Make all your motions purposeful, mindful. Whew, my back is starting to crack already. Cool. Other side. Breathe into it, keeping the shoulder pulled back, nice and straight back. Feel that stretch and release in the side body on the opposite side. Excellent. Come to standing. We're going to do our standing sequence, and then we'll go back to the floor for the ending portion. Oh, first up, okay, mountain pose. Ooh, reach for the sky. Ooh, reach for that sky. Oh, maybe even up on the toes if that feels good to you. Remember, yoga is all about what feels good to you, what makes your body happy. All of these stretches have deeper poses you can go into, variations, modifications. Everything is what makes your body happy as you progress through the poses. We're just doing mountain pose here for, let's do like 10 more leg lifts, 10 more little calf raises, kind of combining some things. That feels good. Woo! Mountain pose, and then sit it down, chair pose. Woo! We'll do these for a couple breaths, about 3 breaths in each of these little poses. And down to a forward fold, however that looks for you. Right now, I've got a little extra weight on. Can't really bend over as well as I could earlier in the season. A few of the COVID pounds coming on here. They'll come off soon enough. Whew. And half back. Forward fold. Back up to mountain. Stretch, stretch, stretch. High, up to the sky. A few more calf raises. Woo. Woo. And chair pose. This actually stretches the calves. You can feel it in your calf. Stretching that out. And forward fold. 3 breaths here, just hang your head. Halfway up. Straighten that back. And fall forward. Normally we would combine this into our planking chaturangos, but today we're just not doing any hand weight today. And back up into mountain. Got one more series of that. A few more calf raises. And chair. And forward fold. See? It gets better the more you do it. Already. Flexibility comes back. 3rd time through. Getting there. Woo. Halfway up. And forward fold. Back up into mountain pose. Woo. That's also a really good one for stretching those hamstrings. The straighter you can keep your legs as you're bending forward, the more benefit you're going to see in the hamstrings and the glutes. Whew. Let's head on into Warrior One. Right foot forward, left foot back, sort of at an angle. Stay toward your body toward the front, and lower down as much as you can, as is comfortable for you. This is our Warrior One. Then we're going to take a slight back bend. Feeling that stretch in the front of the belly. Back to straight. And now we're going to reach forward. Woo. To center. Small back bend. May only be a couple of centimeters. Depending on your flexibility, that's okay. Back to center and reaching forward. One more time, then we'll switch sides. Center, slight back bend. Woo. Center and reach forward. Woo. And let's just release that. Come to center here, wide leg, wide angle, and just release that lower back, leaning forward, hands to the ground if you can. You can walk it out, and walk it back in, and then we're going to turn that front foot, and we're ready for Warrior One on the other side. 3 times here, lower down, got tiny back bend. Front, reaching forward. This is a balance exercise. And back to center. Woo. Tiny back bend. Keep that back leg anchored, strong. Center. Forward, reaching forward. to center. One more time. Tiny back bend. Center. And reaching forward. And let's release that to the front. Wide legs. And release to the floor. Walk it out. Just stretch that lower back. Wiggle around if it feels good. Let's stretch from side to side. That feels good. Stretching those inner thighs. Oh, and here's our hands. I already, we weren't supposed to do any hand stuff today. Whoops. I'll say this is a minimum of hand pressure workout today. I picked this one because I did have a tumble a couple weeks ago on a run, and I have a little bit of an injury on my hand, so it was hurting to put the hand down, but that part was okay. And we're back to mountain. And release. And just breathe for a second. Roll those shoulders. Take the head around in a circle. Whatever feels tight, just roll it around. Notice where your tension points are. Hit those later again. Roll those shoulders. And we're back to warrior one. Right foot out, left foot to the back, bending at the knee, keeping the torso straight. And this time, we're going to open it up to warrior two. Just stay here for a minute. And we're going to windmill our arms backward as far as you can, or as little as you can. You can feel that stretch in your right side body, that's stretching right there. And back to center, and then forward. And do that 3 times. Center, windmill back, center, forward. One more time. Center, windmill back, center, forward. Let's open it back up to that wide leg stance. Forward bend. If you touch the hands or not, doesn't matter. You can just let them dangle there. Or you can walk it out if you want. And walk it back. And we've got our warrior two on the other side. Set it up, left foot straight, right foot at an angle. Keep that back leg strong. There's always deeper levels to these poses, so take it wherever you're at, knowing that you can go further. There's always another level. Right now we windmill backwards, center, and forward. 3 times there. Center, back, center, and forward. And center, one more time, back, and center, and forward. Whew. You can feel that hip flexor area being stretched really well in this. And to the center, and back to our front fold. Ooh, fold it in. If you walk it out, let's stretch those inner thighs again. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, I need this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo, back up. Now we're already right here. Let's squat it out. Down into our goddess squat, keeping those legs nice and wide, assuming this doesn't hurt your knees. Arms up. Just a few seconds here. Hands to heart. Relax. Woo, good stuff. This is a little core work mixed in. Whew. And up. Close the feet in to mountain. Next is tree pose. So you'll want to get to a sustainable place. Sometimes on the mat I have a little trouble with balance during tree pose, so I like to stand on the cement instead. Sometimes I like to hang on to something for a little bit of balance. You can take your tree pose as high or as low as you like. This counts. So does this. And so does this. You can pull your heel all the way up. It's awesome. Hands to heart. You can even add on to this. You can bend to one side. You can lean forward. There's all sorts of variations on the tree pose. Just a few more seconds here and we'll go to the other side. And release. When you're switching from side to side, make sure you get your balance grounded in the other foot before you begin the pose. Make sure you are grounded. Small tree, medium-sized tree, a little bit taller tree. You can work it up like that. Hands to heart. Love it when the balance settles in. Feel like you could hold this pose for days. Feels good. Feels good to have that balance point. And release. Very nice. Next, we're going to go into our garland squat, which is a very low squat with the heels up. And this is actually a precursor to crow pose, helping you get, you want to put your elbows into the well of your knees here. This is also a balancing act, but it also gets you ready for crow is when we go up into that. So getting used to having your elbows in that position will help further down the road. This is the beginning. Very nice. And release. We'll be on the floor for the rest of the workout. Let's butterfly those feet. Get comfortable back on the mat. You can bring your feet in as close as you want, or they can be way far out. Doesn't matter. Whatever feels good for you. As you get more flexible, you'll be able to bring your feet in a little farther and get a deeper stretch on the inner thigh, which is very helpful. And also, you can massage your feet, both your feet at the same time like this. It's kind of nice. We all run a lot. We all bike a lot. We abuse our feet. We need to give them some love every once in a while. Foot rubs, just moving the toes the opposite direction that they normally go. I like to take my toes and do them every other one, kind of lengthening and stretching. Take each toe in between. Take the one toe in one direction, the other one in the other direction. Feels really good. Just go down the toes. Give them a little love. And the other foot. Do a little swapping up here. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Whew. Good Epsom salt bath would be very nice as well. Help release some of that tension in there. Whew. Very good. Legs straight out. And keep those feet flexed. Sit up tall. Reach for those toes. You don't have to get them. Just reach for them. This is the floor-assisted version of what we did at the beginning. Those hamstring stretch. Take the arms behind. Stretch those shoulder blades back. Get the hands in as close to the body as you can and stretch that chest open. Just breathe for a minute here. Release. Crossing the right leg over the left. We're going to twist to the right. Take that right arm behind you. Gentle twist. Left arm on the right leg. Assisting in the stretch. The other option on this is you can have your bottom leg folded over as well if that feels better to you. Just make sure that you keep both sit bones on the ground. You can take the twist as deep or as shallow as you like. Let's unwind from that. Left leg over right, straight leg out first. Left arm behind for the twist. You'll notice in a lot of this stuff, the two sides of your body will be drastically different. And this is normal. Unless you are perfectly symmetrical on each side as far as your muscle tone and flexibility goes, you will have some differences from side to side. And let's just bend that lower leg. Deepen that twist just a little bit. Breathe into it. Whew. It's time to lay down. We got a couple more poses. Let's do a nice bridge. We'll even out that action that we've gotten for the lower back today. Just kind of evens it out. Press those shoulder blades together down in the back. A couple more breaths. And release. Legs to the side as we did in the beginning. To the left, left arm holding onto the top leg, right arm extended, gaze to the right. 10 breaths. Stretch farther. And release to center. Grab those knees,
pull that lower back out. And knees to the right. Right arm on the top leg, left arm extended. 10 breaths. And stretch a little farther. And release to center. Knees up, roll it around. Oh, feels so good. Whew. Right leg up, 5 pulses. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Just one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Knee in, left leg up. And down, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. My ankle just popped again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Back in, roll. 2 more times. And release the right leg down straight. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Whew. Release the left leg down straight. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. Let's raise those arms overhead, stretch. Oh, bring them back next to your body. Arms, fingers up, or palms up or down, or on your chest and belly, whatever makes you happy for your Shavasana. And just let everything go. Take a few minutes here. Just relax and let the world float away. Bring your consciousness back. Whew. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Whew. Move the arms around. Oh, get the blood flow back in. Now, if you've got time, you can always spend a few more minutes in Shavasana at the end. And really get into it. Oh, bring the knees up. Bring the knees to the side. Whew. Come on up into a seated position again. Make sure you don't come up too fast. Don't get dizzy. a nice seated position. Your posture should feel better to you. Your breathing should feel better to you now. Your flexibility should feel better. Your whole rest of your day should go better now. Thank you for joining me for some yoga today, and I will be back with some new core later in the week. I'll see you guys later. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.